Maine. Werewolves of Iowa. Werewolves of Iowa. If you hear him howling around your kitchen door, you better not let him in. Little old lady got frightened last night. Werewolves of Iowa again. Werewolves of Iowa. He's the hairy-handed gent who ran amok in Kinnick. Lately he's been overheard in Mayflower. Better stay away from him. He'll take your lunchbox, Jim. Gee, I'd like to meet his tailor. Werewolves of Iowa. Werewolves of Iowa. Thank you. You've been very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. I keep wondering where my hands are with this cape here. Okay. Our first performer tonight is Beat Prairie. So we'll welcome him up, and while he's on his way up, we have a question, of course, and a drawing, and if you've not yet signed up, step up to the counter, and Maya will help you with the drawing, and Emily with the question for tonight. And a little bit later, we'll read the responses and give away the 2 books for tonight.
Hello, y'all. Happy audience out there. I'm legendary Beat Prairie. I just added to my stage there. I'm going to sit down on this chair over here, so we're going to need some telescoping stuff.
Easier to bring the chair forward.
Much more better, easy to bring the chair over here and move that. I didn't bring any paper tonight. Okay. So here I am on stage without a set list. I don't know where this is going. But let's see if we can get a level on this here. Okay, how are we sounding? Okay, we're tangled up in the choir robe. Woohoo! There it went like a rocket around to the thing.
Let's try you out here.
Let's try it out. Let's get this here tightened up. Okay. Now let's see. There we are. I think yes. Whoops. Okay, we're trying to entertain you. So I hope I don't set myself on fire up here. Okay. Is the guitar coming out? Can you hear the guitar out through the PA? Okay. Song. I'm going to do this song because I like it real dear, and it was written by Hoyt Axton's mother and her songwriting partner, and they got they read the Miami Herald about 1958 sometime, and there was some gruesome suicide in the Everglades Hotel, and the suicide note just said, I walk a lonely street. And so they wrote this song because, I don't know. I don't know how they came up with this song from that, but anyway, a lonely street. Point. There. How are we doing? Since my baby left me, found a new place to dwell at the end of a lonely street called Heartbreak Hotel. You made me so lonely. You made me so lonely I could cry. All crowded, still can't find some room for broken-hearted lovers crying in the gloom. Well, you made me so lonely. You made me so lonely I could cry. Desk clerk tears keep falling. Bellhop dressed in black. They've been so long on Lonely Street, they're never coming back. You make me so lonely. Made me so lonely I could cry. So if your baby left you, you got a tale to tell. Take a walk down that lonely street to Heartbreak Hotel. You make me so lonely. You make me so lonely I could cry. Okay, thank you. That's a nice sound. That's why I'm up here. That's why I'm up here. That's all you get. So anyway, that's nice. Okay, I think I'll do a song I wrote. I haven't performed this live in person for quite a while. But I went through a long period of being all by myself, pretty lonesome, and think about people, but unattended, so it was a real tedious time of life. Nothing you can give me that I can keep, ain't much I can do when I can't sleep. Oh well, girl been on my mind. It's okay, the girl ain't got no time. Hate to be alone right now. I can't get telephone. Oh well, girl been on my mind. It's okay, the girl ain't got no time. We was talking like people praying, paying attention what each other was saying. We was talking, I was saying, it was spiritual, like praying. Well, moon was high when she went away. It was record low tide in the bay. Okay, she's been on your mind. It's alright, she just don't have no time. Well, I finally learned how to look out for myself. I still remember how lonesome I felt. Oh well, she's been on your mind. Alright, your girl ain't got no time. We was talking like people praying, paying attention what each other was saying. We was talking and I was saying it was spiritual, like praying. I like to know where people go. She's just somebody I'd like to know. Oh well, girl been on your mind. It's alright, she just don't have no time. Well, she didn't want to take no time, so I disappeared with friends of mine. long time ago. I haven't even sung it. Sometimes it's a surprise when you get through a song and you don't know how you remembered it, but you don't remember. Oh, it's a long. Never mind. You don't remember everything, and then once the thumping starts, then you remember it. I'm gonna do the coffee house song for Uptown Bills, just 'cause it's about a cup of coffee going on here. Let's see. This song is written. It's about coffee. It's named "Coffee Time." It is not by me, but it's an old jazz song. Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. We'll have a little jazz and rhyme. Have a cup of coffee. Like to show little coffee house I know, where all the elite artists go to have a cup of coffee. Greeting time, old music box keeping time. Don't just meet me there, gotta beat me there. Pull up a chair, that's where I'll be. Uptown Bills at coffee time. Have a little jazz and rhyme and have a cup of coffee. Forget it. We found it. It's right there. We'll try it here again. Greeting time, old music boxes keeping time. Don't just meet me there, you gotta beat me there. Put your face in the place at Uptown Bills. Oh boy, how embarrassing to lose your place in the middle of a song. Got all these dots up here on the fretboard, and you got to follow them home. But when you're looking, oh, never mind. It's hard to explain it. This is. See if this sounds familiar. This song came from a Ray Charles record in 1962. I wonder if anybody would recognize the sentiment. Sad and lonely all the time. People, I got a worried mind. Was in uproar. Danger zones everywhere, everywhere. Just put your browser on BBC. You'll see just what's been worrying me. World's in an uproar. Danger zone is everywhere. My love for the world's the same as always. World's just a part of me. That's why I'm so afraid of the progress being made towards eternity. So every morning, noon and night, makes me wonder if things are gonna be alright. World's in an uproar, danger zone is everywhere. My love for the world's the same as always. World's just a part of me. That's why I'm so afraid of the progress being made towards eternity. So every morning, noon and night, makes me wonder things are gonna be alright. World's in uproar, danger zone is everywhere. Danger zone is everywhere. I think it's enough for me for a while. Thank you. Thank you, and thanks for being here. Thanks for that happy applause.
Thank you very much. Let's see. Why don't we have the drawing for our books? We'll have Maya come up.
Okay, so we're first giving away Native Roots, How the Indians Enriched America. And that is going to go to Sarah V. And then the other one is The Unlikely Celebrity, which is about Bill Sector. And Amy G.
Thank you, Maya. Joey's been working on some different things, writing. Well, I'll let him tell you about it. You want to come up and... I think that'll hold it, all right?
Yeah, well, it's pretty light. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Good. All right. Good evening. First off, normally I would have a tablet, but seeing the prices of tablets these days just blows your budget out of the water completely. Anyway, my name's Joey Westlink, and I figured instead of doing something poetic or something short story wise for Halloween, because honestly I didn't have any ideas, so I figured why not just write some Halloween prompts or write some little short sentences Halloween related, joke-esque. I'm saying joke-esque because I don't know if all these are gonna cause laughs. I don't know. This is just mostly an experiment, so I'll get started before I start rambling on like a chattering ghost or something. Okay, so first one. I'd been reading some creepypastas lately, so this little sentence was inspired by a couple of them. And boy, some of these creepypastas were bad. The clown takes the knife that once belonged to Jeff the Killer and proclaimed his name to be Mr. Mix, not to be confused with Sir Mix-a-Lot. Now, Mr. Mix turns to the Candle Cove viewer and says in a raspy voice, and that's my attempt at raspy, tacos. So anyway, yeah, that's the first one. Next, the first thing that comes up for me when it comes to Halloween is fears. And growing up, there was one urban story about the babysitter getting a phone call, and she finds out the call is coming from inside the house. Well, I just thought of something. Our worst fears have been confirmed. The calls were coming from inside the ancient Indian burial ground. I figured, let's combine two common little tropes. Just see what it goes. But so anyway, the other day, Def is standing at the door with a stack of pizzas because people are just living longer. So he has to take a job to make his ends meet. I mean, come on, that Syph has to stay sharp somehow. Let's see. Anyway, I am flying in my latest dream when I suddenly realize I am naked and I must complete the algebra test in 10 minutes while playing the hardest level of Super Mario Bros. Free without touching a single coin. Damn you, Freddy. So back to creepypastas for a second. One of the worst ones I ever read was a creepypasta called Sonic.exe, where it was just, I'm not going to describe it, not going to, because I think I would just bore you to death just how bad it was. I want to save your brain cells. But no, it wasn't the creepiest Sonic experience. No, that honor goes to the video game that was known as Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Since, to a gamer, glitches are the scariest thing in the world. They're just as scary as witches. And let's see, speaking of one more creepypasta. Yeah, I had creepypastas on the brain because, come on, it's Halloween. So, anyway, there was one about, let's see, Abandoned by Disney. And I have to say, it was somewhat good until near the end. Made me wonder, why did Disney abandon that theme park to begin with? So, but then I thought, maybe they didn't abandon it because they couldn't make money off it. It was probably the alien mouse they had discovered that just wouldn't stop taking his head off for his juggling act. He was scaring patrons away. Seriously. Why not juggle chainsaws instead of your head? Come on. So anyway, I'm not a dad yet, but someday I might be one. But anyway, speaking of that, the cranky old dad answers the doorbell, and he receives a scare that no one should ever receive. His daughter's boyfriend, who was trick-or-treating that night, is dressed as a disco ball that goes by the name of Edward Cullen. But I'll tell you one thing, he didn't need the shiny vest at least to be seen or anything reflective, because he was reflective enough to begin with. Now, when I took a break from reading creepypastas, I decided to read something that was, let's just say, better. Sleepy Hollow. I kept wondering, where does the Headless Horseman get his pumpkins from? But so there were once 6 pumpkins that were in front of Farmer Brown's house, but now there are just 3 sad pumpkins left. And so where'd they go? Well, the aforementioned Headless Horseman, who goes by the name of Herb, by the way, stopped by to stock up on horse feed for his steed, known as, well, it's an embarrassing name, Dandy Leaf. I mean, come on, he's supposed to be the scariest thing in Sleepy Hollow. And that's his horse's name. But nobody knows that. When he just had the sudden urge to use free pumpkins for his Gallagher routine tonight at Sleepy Hollow Inn. See, on the side, he's also a comedian. Because I mean, come on, you don't get a lot of money scaring people on a road every night. Besides, who goes down a creepy road like that on midnight? Just by themselves, seriously. So, speaking of going into the woods, there was once a skeleton by the name of John. He has spent his entire weekend trying to scare anyone that dares to enter his domain. Anyone. And so far, he hasn't scared anyone. So why is that? Well, it's really hard to commit to do a jump scare when your bones rattle with every step you take. Every move, every single move you make, it's rattling. You just warn your victim before you can even get them. Let's see, I got a couple more here. Anyway, there was this couple walking out of the theater that was showing the classic Halloween. Susie stated that Michael Myers is so scary in that film Halloween. Her boyfriend Dan goes like, "What are you talking about? I thought his performance in that Cat in the Hat movie was 10 times scarier." I mean, seriously, did you see his makeup? It looked scary. Anyway, so does anyone like cats? It's all right. Anyway, once in a while, I've walked down here. I've seen a black gray cat walk past. So it made me ponder. See, Tabby the black cat was having a really bad day. Every time he walked in front of a person to say hello, they would just turn around and run away like he was cursed or something. Of course, it didn't help that when he was walking across. That day it was Friday the 13th, so that didn't help. So let's see. So anyone planning on going trick-or-treating this upcoming Tuesday or no? Nah. Yeah, worth a shot. Anyway, because I thought anyone could relate to this story. Sam came home from the Halloween dance without his costume. "Young man, where is your mummy costume?" his mother asked. And Sam replied, "Oh, it's in Principal Lewis's oak tree." Just nonchalantly. It's in his tree. See, my friends, they ran out of TP, so my costume was sacrificed for the cause. You see, Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger are pretty good friends from what I've heard. But of course, one day Jason was supposed to meet Freddy at a local pizzeria, according to the anonymous note he received. But anyway, after going there, he stomps out of the abandoned pizzeria in a huff. "Damn it, I was looking for Freddy Krueger, not Freddy Fazbear." Oh well, what can you do? I mean, with that hockey match, you think you can see anything? But anyway, so I got two more. So let's see. See, there was this werewolf once named Larry who was facing a massive, massive dilemma. For you see, he had to hold, like Def, he has to hold like multiple jobs. I mean, these days it's just tough for a wolf to do anything. Anyway, he has to be in the North Woods at 5 to meet Miss Red Riding Hood to scare her. But he promised the three little pigs he would blow their houses down at 3 o'clock. Here's the problem. The pigs lived 150 miles away, and he doesn't have a car. It's just not easy being a wolf. No respect. And let's see, the last one. Let's see. Harry walks into Walmart to buy some candy for tonight's trick-or-treaters. Of course, he had to be like last minute, like he always is. So, because he was too late, because Walmart was already putting their Christmas decorations up. Which, by the way, there was pretty good. By the way, there'll probably be a pretty good sale or two there, I guess. But oh well, I guess he better just buy some cleaning supplies instead, because you know what they say about trick-or-treaters that don't get candy. They can get a little vicious in terms of egging and TPing, of course. But of course, he better hope that he doesn't that they're not out of cleaning supplies. But well, maybe they are. Anyway, so that's it. That's all I had. Thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you. Jamie is next here. Doing okay there? Or you look like you're slowly sinking into the. Find you downstairs in the PATV studio. So, would you like to plug in tonight?